The greatest single cause of atheism in the world today is Christians who acknowledge Jesus with their lips, walk out the door, and deny him by their lifestyle. That is what an unbelieving world simply finds unbelievable. That is a quote from a man, an author named Brennan Manning. And in today's reading, we hear about hypocrisy and the lack of integrity among people who profess to follow God. Today we are reading again from the Gospel of Matthew for the 29th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Let's dig in. This is a reading from the Gospel according to Matthew. Then the Pharisees went and plotted to trap Jesus in what he said. So they sent their disciples to him, along with the Herodians, saying, "Teacher, we know that you are sincere and teach the way of God in accordance with truth, and show deference to no one, for you do not regard people with partiality. Tell us then, what do you think? Is it lawful to pay taxes to the emperor or not?" But Jesus, aware of their malice, said, "Why are you putting me to the test, you hypocrites? Show me the coin used for the tax." And they brought him a denarius. It's roughly a day's wage. Then he said to them, "Whose head is this, and whose title?" They answered, "The emperor's." Then he said to them, "Give therefore to the emperor the things that are the emperor's, and to God the things that are God's." When they heard this, they were amazed, and they left him and went away. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. There's a lot of stuff in the back here. And we don't even have time to unpack it all, but one of the first things that we see is that these Pharisees are just bent on trying to trap Jesus so they can get him on some charges. You see, the Jewish leaders, the Pharisees here, are trying to either get Jesus to say something against the Jewish people or get Jesus to say something against the Roman government. If they get him to say something against the Jewish people, then the people will stop following him. Okay, he won't have an audience anymore. If they can get him to say something against the Roman government, then they can tell on him basically, and he could get arrested for defying the emperor or speaking against the Roman rule. But there's a word in here that I really want to drill in on, and that's the word hypocrisy. You see, have you ever heard that word, the hypocrite? Okay? This is the person who says they're going to do something and they do something else. Okay, when you say you're going to do something and you do it, you have integrity. There's integrity between what you say and what you do. Okay? When you say you're going to do something and then you go around and you do something else that contradicts what you said you were going to do, you are a hypocrite. It was originally a term used to describe an actor on the stage, right? Where they would put on a mask and they would become somebody else. They were not themselves, okay? They were doing something other than what they really were. So that was a hypocrite. And that quote from Brennan Manning is so important and it's so true. When we, as followers of Jesus, say we're going to be one way, and then we go out and we be another way, we're hypocrites. And the world looks at that and says, "Look, you guys said you were going to be better than the rest of us, but you're just the same. Okay? You tell us you're going to behave one way, and then you go out and you start bad-mouthing someone, in another place." Our hypocritical actions undermine the goodness and the love that Jesus came to show. Outside in today, is there a place in your life where you've said you're going to be one way and you're being another? Are you being hypocritical? This is a good little examination. Just to say, I want to be the person that I say I'm going to be. I want, when you see these videos and then you meet me in person, I want you to encounter the same guy. If you came out and hung out with me at my ranch, and we were hanging out for a day doing chores, whatever, or just sitting beside the barbecue, campfire, whatever, I would want you to see the same person. I don't want it to be two different people. Okay? So what are the places in our lives where we can bring more integrity to become the person that we say we are or want to be? So let's bring integrity back and let's avoid hypocrisy this week. Love you guys. See you in the next one.